Here we go, the old popsicle trick. All right, plain and simple. I stumbled across, after I got my first good set of drums, which is a set of Ludwigs back when I was 15. And it came with a superphonic snare. Now my first set of drums was a set of Kents with a wood snare. And I like them drums. It was just a 4-piece set. But I was 10. It was my first set of drums. They were like a blue pearl. I thought they were gorgeous. $150 at a pawn shop and some other kind of store in Jersey City. The guy had them sitting up over there, and I went and I got them. It was 2 cymbals, cheap cymbals. They certainly weren't Zildjians. Hi-hat cymbals, regular snare drum, 14 by 5 or 5.5, whatever it was. The up tom was 13 by 9 and a 16 by 16 floor tom. And pedal, everything for $150. Couldn't beat that. Then 5 years later, I got my first set of Ludwigs. And to show you the difference in price, that was 1961. My first set of Ludwigs was a black pearl set, 22-inch bass drum, 13 by 9 up tom, 16 by 16, and 18 by 16 floor tom. Speed King pedal, 2 Zildjian cymbals, and Zildjian hi-hats, and the hi-hat. The whole thing, just, set them up and play them. $325. You will never see that now. People are paying that much for a damn drum. At any rate, I tuned the superphonic up to get that crisp sound that I like, but I got the ring. And that I did not like. And I tape, and that killed the sound of the snare, tune, killed the sound of the snare. And I was really frustrated because I did not like that ring. And one day, quite literally, eating a popsicle, and whatever the thought jumped into my head, and so I let the stick dry, broke it in half, and scotch taped it to the head of the superphonic. And of course, you have to, had to move it around a little bit till I got it in the right place and everything. But it took the ring away without killing, maybe 1% of the snare. So this is obviously without the popsicle stick. I can't stand that ring. Anyway, so now popsicle sticks. I don't know how many years ago I bought a package that had like 500 popsicle sticks in it. Got decades ago. And I still have about 490 of them left. They're scattered all over the place. And each one of my snare drums, from my Black Beauty Super Sensitive to my Super Light, to my Acrolite, to the Black Magic, to the Dynasonic I have, they all have popsicle stick. Now the thing is one of them, I forget which one, the piece is only about that size, roughly an inch. there's another one where it's damn near close to this size, because each drum, obviously, quite obviously, is different. I mean, I don't go against what I said about the snare drums. They all sound like snare drums. It's just that the part where you would get the ring and so on changes. The Superlight is a thinner metal snare drum that if I pick it up and pick my Black Beauty up, I mean, the difference feels like 10 pounds. All right. Now, I know it's not that much, but there is a noticeable difference in how heavy the Black Beauty is versus the Superlight. The Dynasonic is a heavier drum. And again, so the shell thickness, so it changes this around. At any rate, so this, I don't usually use duct tape. I usually use the postal tape, which is clear and very sticky. I haven't changed the head on my Black Beauty in probably 5 years because I'm experimenting around with other stuff, and I haven't been using it that much. I haven't changed the head on it, like I said, yeah, roughly about 5 years. And the postal tape underneath holding the popsicle stick is under there. It is just there. I think it'd be there after I die. But I'm out of that tape, so duct tape. So to show you the difference. You can hear that ring. I left the snares up on that. Okay. So now, I'm just going to put this on so that you get an idea of what I was talking about. Because MDK was like, I don't know what you're talking about with the popsicle stick. No, okay, this is it. We are not talking rocket science here. Just take it and put it here. Because the one thing that is constant is on all my snares, once I get the distance out from the rim to get the rim shot that I want and the crispness of the snare, then when I put the piece underneath the head, I always put it between where my left hand falls and where my right hand falls. So it's right in the middle of it. So. That's it. You notice the ring is gone, but yet the snare sound is still there. And so we're talking now 56 years since my little discovery. And over the years, I have had drummers that I've known from my hometown to drummers I have met out in various places that I've played that had noticed, because you can see it underneath. You can definitely see it under the Black Beauty. You can see it under the Black Magic. The heads on the Dynasonic are Aquarians. You can't see it under there. But anyway, you can see it under most of them. And I would have guys, drummers, ask me, you know, what is that under the head? And I would tell them, because so many of them play with metal snare drums nowadays. I mean, a Black Beauty and a Superphonic were the go-to snares for decades for a ton of drummers. So I would tell them, so there's drummers quite literally across the country that said, you know, I got to try that. And then I'd see them like a year later, and they were like, I tried that popsicle thing, man, and it worked, popsicle stick, and it worked great. It took the ring out without killing the snare sound. Some guys had put tape across their snares. A lot of different things to do whatever to get rid of that ring, and it came down to something as simple as a popsicle stick. Anyway, that's the whole thing. There is nothing tricky about it. Nice solid rim shot. That's it, my friend. That's the whole thing. So try it if you want.